Hey everybody, just got done voting on the Speaker Pelosi Phase 4 stimulus bill, coronavirus bill, and I voted no. For a lot of obvious reasons, I just think it's worth pointing out that this is a $3 trillion bill, the biggest spending bill in history. My math is correct. 2,000 pages. No debate. No amendment process. No one's read the bill. No one has read the bill. Instead, they put a bunch of progressive wish list items together into a bill that they did not even try to negotiate with the Senate, with House Republicans, with the White House. It is purely a messaging exercise. But it's also bad policy. The idea that we're going to send stimulus checks to illegal immigrants, I actually think sets back the cause of coming to a productive solution on the issue of illegal immigration because it is such a radical proposal and an unserious proposal. The idea that we're going to extend the $600 a week unemployment insurance supplemental on top of state insurance, unemployment insurance, through January 31st, 2021? Are they suggesting that we're going to stay shut down until January 30th, 2021? Are you suggesting that the federal government is in the best position to do that? I would submit to you that if we stay shut down until January 31st, 2021, we will emerge and gaze upon a fundamentally different country. People are losing their livelihoods right now. I think Wisconsinites are willing to make sacrifices. They've proven that in the last 2 months. They've stepped up, and I think they can be trusted to do forms of social distancing. I think our businesses care far more about their employees than the government does. I think our families care far more about their family members than the government ever will. We're going to have to do a bottom-up process rather than just staying shut down for 6 months and continuing to send everybody a check and destroying people's livelihoods in the process. It also has expansions of all the employer leave mandates that we were told in the Phase 2 bill would only be temporary, only limited. This would expand those dramatically, which I think lays bare the intention from the start was to make these a permanent feature of the law. It federalizes the elections process. Reasonable people can disagree about the best way to run elections. I do think we're going to have to come up on a state level with a grand bargain for how we can increase the window for people to vote. We make it very easy, actually, to vote in Wisconsin. But Nancy Pelosi should not be deciding how Wisconsin runs its election. I could go on and on. By the way, getting rid of the SALT provisions in our tax reform, that is a tax break for millionaires and billionaires. To use Bernie Sanders' famous phrase, this bill has a tax break that would benefit millionaires and billionaires and not benefit the people that are hurting the most in the midst of this crisis. If I seem a little fired up, it's because I am. This is an unprecedented crisis in a lot of ways. And the idea that you would use this to ram through a bunch of provisions that you know are not the product of a good faith debate, to exploit this crisis, to ram through a series of progressive wish list items, I think sets the institution of Congress back. It makes the institution look unserious in this crisis. And I think it emphasizes something very simple, which is to say, rather than flying in at the last second to vote on a messaging bill like this without debate or even an opportunity for amendment, it is long past time for the Speaker to reconvene Congress. We can work here safely. We can do our work. We can implement social distancing. We're not going to open up the Capitol to thousands of visitors, but Congress has to lead by example. We have to lead from the front. We have to get back to work so that the rest of America can responsibly and selectively and with due deference to the unique demographics and geography of all the different districts around the country, get back to work and get back to school. So please, I am begging the leadership in the House, do not go further down this road. There are a lot of good people. I have friends on the other side of the aisle, and I know they know that this is a bad approach. They want to come together and do what's right for the country right now. But we have to literally come together in terms of convening Congress in a serious way, do our committee work, and not be in this process of flying in once a month to vote on a bill that 3 members of Congress and 10 unelected staff members have written in a closet somewhere.